Bobcat Wrestling Club, wrestles for Ohio U. Taking on Cory Daniel for Carolina Wrestling Club. That would be UNC.
20 kilos on mat 2 with Jesse Webb, Bobcat Wrestling Club in the red, and Carolina Wrestling Club's Cory Daniel in the blue.
So Webb is going to be in the red singlet, and Daniel's going to be in the blue. And Webb is one of these guys that's deceptive when you look at him. You look at him and you're like, you know, he's going to be so-so. But he's impressive. He's impressive to watch, and excited to see how he's going to take on Cory Daniel here. Daniel is a stout-looking heavyweight. See, we're hanging in the over-under position here. Webb trying to pummel in, and Daniel, you know, he appears the stronger, more lengthy wrestler. Just initial impressions.
I was surprised he went to the over-under. It looks like a situation where I believe Webb would have the advantage.
Outside shot attempts, I would think, you know, staying outside, working a single leg on Webb, you would think would be the game plan. But they're gonna caution Webb here, or a passivity warning, I should say, not a caution. But I think,
and you'll see the center official put the hand out, and they're waiting for confirmation to stop the bout to give the official warning.
I think good call there. It appears Cory Daniel is the one. You know, he's definitely pressuring forward, taking ground on the mat, utilizing his underhook to his advantage. And Webb's trying to pummel in and get the over-under position. Both guys finding points hard to come by in the early goings of this match. Webb's going to get hit again. He will be put on the 30-second shot clock. And shot clock is working now.
Right on time,
Cross your
no
fingers.
lag. And I like to watch different guys' strategy when they do go on the clock. I personally, I don't think I would be that worried about that 1 point. I'm not going to put myself in a dangerous situation for exposures and give up points. When it's only a 1 point, I can get that 2 point takedown with the change of the scoring.
I mean, it seems like when guys get offensive on the shot clock, it's almost a feast or famine kind of thing, where either you're going to be extremely rewarded and get a big advantage in the match, or you're going to be over-aggressive and get put on your back.
Mitchell McKee, Josh Albert.
Yeah, exactly. But you see the best guys, they don't adjust their strategy really on the shot clock, unless it's, you know, late in the match and it's a crucial point. But early on in the match, 1 point, what's 1 point? You know, and now you see Cory Daniel, he's going to get a takedown here. 3-0 lead over Jesse Webb. And so far to me, impressions are that Daniel's just the bigger, stronger guy, and almost imposing his will on Webb. Webb going to have to use his quickness, I guess. You know, he's deceptively quick. Don't let him fool you. But he's going to have to use his angles, use his quickness to combat this forward pressure of Cory Daniel. If I'm not mistaken, we have semifinals starting on mat 3 right now down at...
no, that's consolate. McGee was actually defeated by...
I thought that was
Jack
50
Mueller.
kilos. It's about 50.
Yes, about 50.
My mistake.
That's Barlow McGee and Matthew Schmidt. That's consolation round 2, 55 kilograms.
Okay, so we've got consos going on mat 3 in the quarterfinals continuing on mats 1 and 2. These are our last 2 quarters.
And we are showing some consolations up on deck on mats 2 and 3. That also mat 1, Ernesti and Cook.
So it looks like we're going to have a round of consos before we hit the semis.
And it's going to be a quick turnaround. Those consolation bouts will fly through.
But we're going to head back to the center for the second period here. And Daniel, with the 3-0 lead, has the shot clock point and the takedown on Jesse Webb. And now if you're Webb, you got to open up a little bit more. Obviously, working in the over-under ties, staying in the underhooks is not going to be to your benefit against Cory Daniel. So got to work your snap. You see he's coming out some good pressure early on. working the head, trying to create an angle. Getting back to that underhook. Pummeling in. Double unders now. Body lock for Webb. Double overs for Daniel. This could be one way or the other. Big points.
And it's that Daniel was just barely tall enough. Webb was arching back, getting his hips in, wasn't able.
Big toss for Webb. That's going to be 2 points going out of bounds. How did they call this?
2 red was
okay.
The center official went 2 blue. The match chairman and
two
judge
points, Jesse Webb, correct
yes.
call. Initially saw 5-0 on the scoreboard. It's actually 3-2 as you see now. And 2 points on the correct throw for Jesse Webb going out of bounds. Difference from before where it was only 1 point.
As we talked early in the bout, we saw the over-under situation. We said Daniel probably doesn't want to be there. Now we're seeing Webb get aggressive with it. He got into the double unders, body lock, just not quite tall enough to take Daniel over the top.
Right, and here he is back again in the body lock and going out of bounds, I believe 1 point for Daniel.
Step out is confirmed.
But I think Webb's onto something here.
Yes.
If he can get this body lock, he can definitely use it to his advantage.
And you kind of see the expression on his face and everything he's doing that he's got some confidence in it, and he knows he wants to get back there.
You see, here he is again, pummeling into the underhook. Now going pinch headlock. Does he throw it by? And he's going to the body lock right off of that. Around behind, Daniel circles in, able to keep that hook underneath, close to the edge. Daniel pressuring, and that's going to be 1 point Daniel going out of bounds. So 5-2 in favor of Cory Daniel. But still have to be conscious.
And you got to think that 4 point throw's in play at all times here.
4 point throw is what Webb is looking for, and it's what he's going to need to win this match at this juncture.
I kind of liked how he went pinch headlock. It opened Daniel up to get that other underhook on the far side.
Yeah, he's definitely being more active with that left-handed underhook this period than he was in the first. And, you know, Daniel's doing a good job of adjusting to it as it comes. But all it takes is one shot for Webb, so he needs to get back to that underhook, throw it by, get to the body lock, and at least let one fly, see what happens. And here it is, double unders for Webb. He goes to the body lock. He's looking for it, but Daniel has it locked with the overhook on both sides. Body lock. Big overhook toss there for Daniel, trying to hip in, push Webb to his back. No points awarded yet. Official blows the whistle. No points on that exchange.
Incredible for Webb to keep his chest turned down to the mat, not break that 90 degrees to give the exposure.
Yeah, he's trying to pummel in and get to it. 10 seconds left. He's got one more shot. Big toss attempt for Webb going out of bounds. That'll probably be, see how they call this. I would think
it was scored
points.
too early in the bout in almost the exact same situation. I thought I saw a blue paddle.
7 seconds left and Daniel extends his lead by
So the only difference, it looked like Webb hit directly on his back in that particular scenario as opposed to rotating through for a correct throw. So I could see 2 blue, I could see 2 red, I could see 1 point for Webb just on a push out or step out point. So the official's going to talk about this. I think you want to reward Webb for his aggressiveness, but at the same time, how bad do you ding Daniel when he kept his hips parallel and able to plant Webb directly on his back?
It's going to be interesting because a takedown would send criteria for Webb. So you would think, okay, if it's scored for Daniel, a 4 point throw is the only option.
Right.
Where a regular takedown would come into play if any points are scored in Webb's favor.
But nice job by the officials, talking it out, conferring.
2 red.
They're going 2
up.
points Webb, so they're going to call it a correct throw. And 1 point is the difference. So.
And now, if I'm remembering correctly, both guys have 2 2-point scores.
The key difference here, Webb needs the takedown because he has a
caution point. Yes.
And he's not going to get it. So Cory Daniel going to escape 5-4 over Jesse Webb. And he will advance to the 120 kilo semis.
And I'm showing Gunning over Scanlon.